Yo guys, it's Manic Fun Noodle back here. If you saw my other video, you'll see I bought the collector's box thing, and it came with a theme deck, the Undaunted Daybreak theme deck. So I'm going to do a little review type of thing on it. Now this is actually my favourite theme deck. First of all, because Espeon's definitely my top 3 favourite Pokemon, and for me it's just been a really fun deck to play with. So yeah, one thing about these theme decks, from Undaunted, I don't know about any others, but they come with booster packs. But if it's got that on it, it's got a free booster pack, which is really cool. As well as that, you get the usual playmat, which is again really cool because you've got the Rayquaza artwork, but you've got a massive Espeon artwork as well. So I like using that. You get a deck box for your cards. If you sleeve your cards, you're not going to be able to fit though, because they only snugly fit without sleeves. That's not the deck, by the way. That's a different one. So yeah, and then you got the rule book and damage counters. I don't use the damage counters. I didn't actually know in the rule book. I only looked because I was doing this video. If you're new to the TCG and you want to make your theme deck better, on the inside it gives you 2 cards that you can add, and it tells you what 2 cards to take away. Add those and take those away. It also gives you a strategy for them as well. So if you're quite new and you want to make your theme deck better, that's a good way to start. I got a Cyndaquil coin. So yeah, onto the deck itself. Let me just grab it. I thought it was in my deck box, but it's not. So I sleeved them up in these awesome sleeves. Espeon and Umbreon pre-release sleeves. They are epic. I love them. So yeah, starting off with the Pokemon cards. You get 2 Scythers. Those are the ones that suggest to remove. Now I removed them anyway because they are just pointless in the deck, basically. In my opinion anyway. So that's why they're not in the proper sleeves, because I removed those. I added an Umbreon Prime and a double colourless energy. You'll see those a bit later. So you get Raticate and Rattata 2-2. This is good for setting up. It's got 80 HP, but for 30, it does 30 for 1 energy, which is, like I said, it's good when you're setting up. So that's that. You get Dodrio 2-1. Now this is good to have on your bench because of its Pokebody. As long as Dodrio is your bench Pokemon, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 less, so you basically get free retreat on all of the cards apart from the next one I'll be showing you, which is really helpful and useful in this deck. I don't really use its attacks or anything much, but good to have as a bench Pokemon. The next one is a big hitter. It's Togekiss. It's got 120 HP. It can do 80. Only thing is, you got to flip a coin. If tails, it does nothing. That has saved me before. So just chance, and then Blessed Wing, remove all damage counters from each of your Pokemon. Shuffle Togekiss and all cards attached to it back into your deck, which is pretty cool. By the way, it's a 2-2-1 evolution. You got Togetic, which is also for setting up because of its attack chase up. Search your deck for any one card and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Brilliant for setting up. So yeah, and then Togepi is actually good for setting up as well, because you can ask your opponent if you can draw 2 cards. If yes, you draw the 2. If no, it does 20 damage. So yeah, most of the time I get the draw. That's a really good card for setting up. Then we got another fairly big hitter, Smok, 2-2 with Grimer. It's got 100 HP. It does Sludge Drag, which is awesome. Switch your defending Pokemon with one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then that new Pokemon is confused and poisoned. And then Pester, it does 50, but that does plus 30 if the opponent's affected by a special condition. So you can do 80, which is really good. And it really annoys the other person. So yeah, 2-2 with the Grimer. I don't really use the Grimer much. So yep. Then we got a Blossom. That's a 2-2-1. with Oddish and Gloom. It's a pretty big hitter. It's got 110 HP, it can do 30. It does 30 times the number of heads when you flip 3 coins. What's cool though is Poke Power. Once during your turn, you may remove 1 damage counter from each of your Pokemon. You can't use it if you're affected by a special condition though. But that's pretty cool, especially if your opponent's attacking bench Pokemon. It normally does 1 or 2 damage, you can just take them off, so that's cool. Only downside with it is when you do that attack, then you're asleep. But that has saved me before using that. I don't really use the Gloom or the Oddish. So, yep, that's that. Next we have, let me just grab it, take that away. We have Umbreon. That's a 4-2, but I added the Prime. So it's, for me it's 3-4. This is what makes the deck really. You got 90 health HP, but you can use Solar Suggestion, where you move up to 4 damage counters from any of your Pokemon, and you put them on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like, which is awesome. And then you got Side Beam, which does 30, and if you can flip a coin. If it's heads, then your opponent's confused, which is just a really fun card to play with. You got 2 of those. I added the Prime, which has 100 HP. Now its Pokebody is Espeon can use the attack of all Pokemon that in play that evolve from Eevee as its own, but you have to have the energies. That also does 30, and you can remove 1 damage counter from each of your Pokemon. But if that's your active and this one's your benched, you can use either of those 2 attacks as well as the one from the Prime, which is awesome. The Eevee card, I don't use too much, but Core for Family can be quite helpful. You can get a basic Pokemon out of your deck, put it on your bench, and then Tackle does 10. Flip a coin if heads, the opponent's Pokemon is paralysed, which is pretty cool, but I don't really use that so much. So that's all the Pokemon character cards. So on to trainers. There's 2 Life Herbs. Flip a coin if heads, remove special conditions and 6 damage counters. That is very useful, has saved me a number of times. Any Energy Exchanger is pretty pointless in my opinion. You just switch an energy from your hand to anyone in your deck. Energy Search would just be better, but oh well. You get 2 Pokeball. Flip a coin if head, search your deck for a Pokemon. 2 Team Rocket's Trickery. Draw 2 cards, and your opponent has to discard 1 from their hand. This is awesome. 2 Interviewer's Questions. Look at the top 8 cards, choose as many energies as you see there, and then put them back. Put them in your hand, shuffle your deck. You get 2 Sage's Training. Look at the top 5 cards, choose any 2, discard the rest, and 1 Elf of Ruins of Elf. I haven't needed to use this. It's just that each Pokemon in play has no resistance. I haven't needed it yet, but could be helpful, I guess. As for energies, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Psychic, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Grass energies. I added the double colourless. I've always got an abundance of energies though, so yeah, that is the deck. Like I said, I find it really fun to play with. My favourite theme deck, also because Espeon is awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video.